They're farther down. So it's that alcohol waves that are on the farther down. But yeah, that would become the
Good evening. We'll call the meeting to order. Roll call, please. Here. Councilmember Ravenport.
Here.
Councilmember Claire Davey. Councilmember Jen Davey. Attorney Jacob F. Sullivan from Canada.
Here.
Councilmember Sherry Tiger.
Here.
Councilmember Amy Bellin. Here. Last member Bobby Thomas. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You should have all received the minutes from the March 2nd meeting.
Move to approve.
Second. I have a motion by Councilman Ford, a second by Councilwoman Ballard. Is there discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed. Minutes stand approved unanimously. Are there petitions or comments this evening? Petitions or comments? Seeing none, first on the agenda is the firefighter review report. Chief? The 2020 Fireman of the Year goes to Ned Goings and is presented by the City of Kendallville.
So Ned, through last year, we all know last year was a rough year for everybody. And really halfway through the year, I think Ned was the guy for the Fireman of the Year. Because really he's the dedication that we look forward to have from the department. So Ned's been on the department for 32 years as a volunteer. So he's been on the department longer than most of the full-time or most of the volunteers have been alive on the department. So he's been on the department, and he's really today what we're looking for. So the grass fire season came a little early this year, and we were busy the last few months. He was on the back of the tailboard of each one of the grass trucks, putting out the fire like he used to 32 years ago. And with the rest of the new hires and all the new young volunteers. So really, when we talk about this, we talk about mentors in our department. Ned is our mentor. Ned is my mentor. He's been at the department long enough. When I started, he was still Ned. and he looks the same, he acts the same, and he's still at heart, he fights fire. And I tell you, he's the first guy to say if he doesn't know how to do it, he's not going to do it. So which really is a really big part of the fire department. So I want to thank you, Nick.
Our police officer of the year, please. So the 2020 Police Officer of the Year goes to Sergeant Justin Beal, presented by the City of Kendallville. Before I turn it over to you, I just wanted to say I have known Justin probably since he was about 16 years old. My daughter and Justin were in marching band together, so I know his character and hard work. And so when we were able to interview you to come on the Kendallville Police Department, I was thrilled. And I've been nothing but thrilled since you've been on the department. I've seen you in action, I see you with the children, I see what you do and how well you perform and how you handle yourself. So thank you.
Thank
Well
you.
deserved.
Justin is our third shift sergeant. And as the mayor indicated, well, one of the sad things, Mayor, I share in your joy to be here, but I also struggle that I'm hiring people that are the age of my children. But
What you start hiring the grandkids?
Justin is our third shift supervisor. He does an outstanding job. And as the mayor indicated, Justin's the guy that I'll see out playing basketball with the kids in the park. There have been a couple of times where we had some very young people who were going through tough times in their lives that were aspiring to be police officers. And Justin is the guy that brings his police car over, lets them get in and turn on the lights and siren. So he has a real heart for children and dedicated to our community and our department. Last year he had an opportunity, we had a suicidal subject. Justin spent 3.5 hours on the phone with this subject, talking him down. And because of Justin's efforts, the subject gave up his gun and came over to him willingly. And that person is here and alive today because of Justin's efforts. So thank you very much for it.
Thank you.
It's great to start off the meeting with great news, isn't it? Next on the agenda are the minutes from the aviation meeting from February. And you should have all received the humane shelter report. Before we move down to other business, I do want to say the new council person, we do have some new appointments this evening. So for streets and alleys, it will be Councilman Ford as the chair and Councilwoman Haggard as the member. For Law and Ordinance Committee, it will be Jim Daisy as the chair and Councilman Daisy as the chair and Councilman Ford as the member. And for cities and city buildings, all buildings and city buildings, it will be Councilman Ford as the chair and Councilwoman Haggard as the member. Moving down the agenda, you should have all received the March 8th minutes from the Park Board, as well as the February report from the Police Department. And if there are no comments on any of those reports, we will move down to new business because we don't have old business on the agenda.
Okay. Law and Ordinance requests is the reading of General Ordinance number 1233, an ordinance amending General Ordinance number 1205 in the city of Kendallville, Noble County, state of Indiana. Such ordinance being known as the zoning ordinance of Kendallville, Indiana, 2018, by changing the classification, districting, and uses of the real estate more fully described in this ordinance from PUD, planned unit development, to R3 condominium district. This is eligible for first reading. I move to approve. There's only three of them.
I have a motion by Councilman Ford and a second by Councilwoman Ballard. Is there discussion? No discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? General Ordinance 1233 passes unanimously on first reading.
Resolution number, Plan Commission 2021. Okay, just move it down. That's a whole nother. There we go. All right. General Ordinance number 1234, an ordinance amending General Ordinance number 1205 in the city of Kendallville, Noble County, state of Indiana. Such ordinance being known as the zoning regulations of Kendallville, Indiana, 2018, by changing the classification districting to uses of the real estate more fully described in this ordinance from R2, 1 and 2 family residential district, to condominium district. Again, this is eligible for first reading. I move that we adopt on first reading ordinance number 1234.
Second. I have a motion by Councilman Ford and a second by Councilwoman Hager. Is there discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? General Ordinance 1234 passes unanimously on first reading.
Law and Ordinance Committee suggests the reading of General Ordinance number 1235. An ordinance amending General Ordinance number 1205 in the city of Kendallville, Noble County, state of Indiana. Such ordinance being known as the zoning regulations of Kendallville, Indiana, 2018, by changing the classification, districting, and uses of the real estate were fully described in this ordinance from PUD, Planned Unit Development, to C1B, Local Commercial Retail Sales District. This is eligible for first reading. And title only. I move that we approve this resolution number, ordinance number 1235.
Second. I have a motion by Councilman Ford and a second by Councilwoman Ballard. Is there discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? General Ordinance 1235 passes unanimously on first reading.
Law and Ordinance. Okay. I don't know if we can do that. Law and Ordinance requests the reading of Special Ordinance number 1572. Here, should I do
You may read there.
on first reading? Sorry.
Special ordinance number 1572, an ordinance of the city of Kendallville authorizing the issuance of sewage works revenue bonds for the purpose of providing funds to pay the cost of a solar panel project at the wastewater plant of the sewage works in said city, providing for the safeguarding of the interest of the owner of said bond, other matters connected therewith, including the issuance of notes in anticipation of bonds and repealing ordinances inconsistent herewith.
I move that Special Ordinance number 1572 be approved on first reading.
I have a motion by Councilman Ford and a second by Councilwoman Ballard. Is there discussion? I would just like to note that even though the language is used is a bond, we will not be issuing a bond as a bond anticipation note, and must be stated as so because we are having the wastewater treatment plant provide the funding source for this. So I just want to make sure that the public knows we are not issuing a bond. There is a note in the language has to be used for that. Further discussion? I have a motion by Councilman Ford and a second by Councilwoman Ballard. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed? Special ordinance 1572 passes unanimously on first reading. Allowance of bills and claims, please.
The Finance Committee would request payment for claims 67886 through 68011 and the amount of $983,859.12.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion by Councilwoman Ballard and a second by Councilman Ford. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Bills and claims passed unanimously. A motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Meeting adjourned.